why is it that some people, it's hard for me to even, can survive and do so well and make a difference, and it's very difficult for others?
There are innumerable factors, but fundamentally it all depends on what kind of patterns you have set within yourself. One person may grow out of certain situation quite effortlessly. Another person may struggle with it enormously. Some people may never grow out of it. This is the existing reality, isn't it? This is the existing reality in the world, isn't it so? Some calamity happens, some people use that as a fuel to make themselves into something else. Some people just manage to come out of it and live a reasonably normal life. Some people just get destroyed by the process. This is happening. Not looking at the social situation, just looking at yourself right now. For every one of us, different things have happened. For some people, maybe something major has happened, some people, something simple things have happened. But even with those simple things, you can drive yourself nuts, isn't it so? Yes or no? It doesn't take somebody very dear to you to be lost. Somebody lost a cell phone and they go crazy. Somebody lost a property and they go crazy, isn't it so? Haven't people gone? So the question is not about the volume of loss. The volume is definitely different from person to person. What has happened to individual people is very different. I am not trying to belittle those things. But what I'm telling you is it true that this moment is inevitable? Is it 100% true? Yes? So don't worry about those things. Don't try to sort it out. Just be with truth. It works. It works like magic. Don't try to resist the past. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to dodge it. Don't try to think it did not happen. It's happened. It's a reality. But this being is not just body. This being is not just a mental process. The very source of creation is functioning in this one. If that comes to the fore, this is capable of dealing with just about anything. Just about anything. As a body, it could get broken by certain things. As a mind, it can get broken by certain things. But that which is the very source of creation, this is not something that breaks by anything. It cannot be broken. So, are we in touch with that or not, is the question. So if you want to be in touch with anything, the only way you can be in touch with anything, even if you want to touch this now, you can only touch this in this moment, isn't it so? If you want to touch this, this is also in this moment. If you want to touch this, that is also in this moment. If there is something deeper you want to touch, that is also in this moment. So, don't try to figure out life. If you're in touch with truth, everything is figured out. Don't struggle with it, don't try to avoid it. Don't try to make yourself happy when you're unhappy. Just seeing the inevitability of what is there right now. It looks difficult. That's all right. Do you know the volume of suffering that I'm going through? Do you know the nature of things that have happened to me? That's not the point. I want you to understand this. There is something within you which is the very source of creation. Is that so? Or is this my ideology? Is this a fact? It is. If you are… it is not that you have to be in touch with it, you are that in many ways. If instead of being a psychological process, if you become an existential process, which is only possible in this moment. Your psychological process is only possible because you feed upon the past and project into the future. Is that so? Is that so? I want you to understand this clearly. Your psychological process is possible only because past information is there, you draw upon it and project it into future. That's the only reason why this is going on endlessly. If you don't feed upon the past, mind will become standstill right now, because it cannot go on without the past. Is that so? So right now, you have become a psychological process, and your psychological process, because of certain events in life, has got a bad input, a very negative input. Now you're drawing on that input constantly, so you see the future looks so horrible because you are using the paintwork from the past. Now, I am not saying dodge the past, you cannot dodge it, it is there. You be in this moment. Being in this moment does not mean you try to be in this moment, just accept the inevitability of what is there right now. What is there right now is all that is. The way it is the way it is. It looks mentally, intellectually, it looks hopeless. Oh my God, is this all there is? But that's not how it is. What is a door? If you're on this side, you're a prisoner. If you're on that side, it's a possibility, isn't it? Isn't it so? So this moment is a doorway. If you think intellectually, it looks like a trap. But if you look at it experientially, it is the gateway to everything. And it is the only gateway to anything and everything. Is that so? If you want to experience your breath, you can do it only in this moment. If you want to enjoy your thought, you can do it only in this moment. If you want to enjoy your food, you can only do it in this moment. If you want to enjoy the very source of creation, you can do it only in this moment. Is that so? If you want to have a taste of life, you can do it only in this moment. And you can keep the doorway of this moment open only if you accept the basic nature of this moment. That is the inevitability. The way it is the way it is.